Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be on adjusting the slipper clutch in your Arrma 3S or 4S model. You want to have your slipper clutch properly set up because it's going to give you the best performance, but also it's going to give you the longest life out of your slipper clutch and your clutch discs that are in there. The tools we're going to need for adjusting the slipper clutch is a 2mm hex driver and a 2.5mm hex driver. First thing we need to do is remove our drive shaft. I'm going to grab here and slide it forward. It'll slide off the slipper shaft and then lift up. That bearing will come out. And then grab the other part of the drive shaft, pulls directly out. That bearing on the short wheelbase model you're not going to have to worry about because those models do not have that. Next we're going to take our 2mm hex driver, slide it into the slipper shaft, and you want to make sure you keep that inside the screw. You don't want to strip that screw out because then you're going to have to take the power module apart, you're going to have to take the spur out, and then you're going to have to take the spur with the slipper clutch assembly and replace that screw, which it'll all start to come apart. So just be careful when you do this and make sure you have the hex driver pushed all the way in because you don't want to strip out that screw. Now we're ready to adjust the clutch. When you have the hex driver inside the slipper shaft and you're adjusting the screw in there, you hold the hex driver and move the car forward, it's going to tighten. You move the car backwards, it's going to loosen. So from the factory, these are set out 1 1/4 turns, which is quite a bit. So, pretty much all of them you're going to want to tighten up just a little bit. So here's how you do it. You can see when I leave the car here and I roll it backwards, my hex driver is not moving, but it's going to loosen up the slipper clutch. When I move it forward, you can see I'll hold my hex driver completely still and it'll tighten up the slipper clutch. What you want to do is you want to move it forward until your tires start to drag or start to skid, which is right there. Then you're set. Last thing we need to do is add some Loctite to the screw we adjusted. So what you'll do is you'll flip the car on its side, grab your 2.5mm hex driver, you're going to take this screw out, flip the car back over, pull out the red piece right here, then you're going to lift up on your tabs and pull out the power module. And right here is where you're going to put in the blue Loctite. The reason why you don't want to go ahead and put this directly back on the car and let it dry is because then these splines right here will make to that input shaft going to the rear differential. So then the next time you try to take this off, it's going to be really tough. So just leave it just like this and let it dry for 24 hours. Once you've let this dry for 24 hours, you're going to reverse the process and put everything back together. Just going to line this up. Slide it back together. Once you got it slid back together, you're going to put the red piece back into place. Then you're going to flip the car on its side again. Install the screw back in. Your 2.5mm driver. Then we're going to install our drive shaft. Just line it up in the front. You can see right there, just slide directly into place. Now this is the last step. When you have this bearing, pull it forward, set the bearing down in there, basically just push it straight down, and then let it go. It's going to release back to the slipper shaft, and you just turn to line it up. That's how you properly adjust your slipper clutch on your 3S or 4S Arrma. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, push the like button, and to be on the lookout for future videos, if you'll subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.